You felt it again, didn't you? That sudden rush, like something invisible just whispered your name, like the air around you stopped for a second. That's not in your head. That's Archangel Michael stepping into your space, your soul, your story. And this time, he's not coming to comfort you. He's coming to warn you. This is a final heavenly choice. And if you don't take it seriously, what was written for you may be lost forever. Forever, beloved, not delayed. Lost. You've been feeling something was off. That restlessness, that tug in your gut, that sleepless wondering. Why do I feel like I'm on the edge of something but can't see it? Because you are. You're on a spiritual cliff. And this message is the only rope heaven could throw before the fall becomes real. Michael is holding the other end, but you've got to grip it now. There's no more time for second guessing. You've been praying for clarity, haven't you? But what if I told you clarity came and you ignored it? What if I told you Archangel Michael has been sending you dreams, people signs, chills, and every time he gets close, you scroll, you hesitate, you delay. He's weeping this time. Not because you're bad, but because you don't know how close you are to either walking into glory or letting it burn to ash. Someone has been working hard to confuse your spirit behind your back. They're calling your name in rooms you haven't been in and telling you lies while acting like they love you. Also, guess what? Who knows? God has nothing else to say. No more messing around. Not any more loops. Stop picking fear because it feels like it's been there before. That's it. This is the last choice in heaven. Everything will change after what you do next. The question you may have is, how did we get here? Because your soul is holy, old, and strong. You were created by God with a plan to bring blessings to future generations. But your enemies smelled you right away. They have been trying to break you away from your childhood. The breakup wasn't an accident. There was no mistake in the betrayal. It hurt because of the war. God never stopped writing your name in the stars either, but stars can get faint if no one sees them. Miracles will fade away if you never get them. Now, Archangel Michael stands in front of your life with his wings spread wide, his eyes fierce and his voice fiery. He says, "This is the last time I'll fight this battle alone. You must say yes right now if you want what was written for you. Not tomorrow. Not until I get better. Not until I'm ready. Right now, loved one, if you miss this chance, you won't just put off your fate. You could change who has it." You did hear that right. If the soul says no too many times, heaven can change the path of miracles. Michael has held on long enough. This isn't fear. This is the truth. The writing in this love letter is quick and fairy. Your spirit is ready. Even if your mind is scared, if you're still also, I need to talk to your future right now. The people who are after you can already feel what's coming. That is why they have been acting strange. That's why some people around you turn cold all of a sudden. They know about the change before you do. They're scared, too. If you finally agree with your divine plan, nothing will be able to stop what heaven starts in your life. They win if you skip this, though. And heaven didn't bring you this far to do that. Not after all the nights you cried in bed with your face in the pillow. Not after all the times they lied to you and lied again without even saying sorry. Not after your guardian angels stood outside your house for so long to keep you safe from harm you couldn't see. It's now your turn to stand up. You don't just rise up by itself. You choose to rise. This is what the Spirit says. It's a test that looks like a message. People are watching what you do next to put you in a certain place, not to judge you. You keep wondering when your big break will happen. However, please stop acting like you're not chosen as soon as possible. The truth is that your glow scared people who didn't know what they were seeing. Archangel Michael knows though. He knows what you were promised. He knows who tried to stop it. And he's ready to close all the doors that hold things up. You can hear your spirit again though as a holy witness. I want to now talk to your heart. You should listen now if something in your heart tells you that this message is for you. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. Now is the time to subscribe if you want to stay in touch with this kind of truth, protection, and fire from heaven. Don't let the enemy keep you from hearing the divine voice that has been trying to save your time. One click, one pick. That's all it takes. Don't go away. Not again. Because you have something coming up. It's already been written and it's so beautiful, electric, and out of this world. But God is telling them, I can't make you claim it. Michael is roaring in the spirit world right now. He's already put alarms in your sleep. His name was already cleared when someone tried to smear it, but he can't keep standing up for someone who won't stand up for themselves. Now is not the time for silence. No more need to be afraid. Heaven and hell are both watching you right now, eager to see what you do. Do you say, yes, I'm ready? Or do you act like this message didn't just hit you hard and whisper in your ear? You can choose when to feel. It's not enough for heaven to bless choices. It sets them on fire. That's how fast angels move. When you say yes to what's written, the doors open, emails come, people move around, hearts get softer, enemies spread out. But if you say no or nothing, it stops over and over again until it doesn't come back. God is not mean. He plans ahead. And this message is a plan laced with God's mercy. And sometimes that divine plan shows up as a clear path that restores faith, peace, and order to places where fear had been ruling. As your parent, I can see the trouble you've been having, the stress you feel about money, the worries that stay in the background, and the times when you don't know what to do next. Peace is already on its way because you've been asking for it. You're not supposed to stay scared. You should move forward every day with a plan, faith, and clear step. So, a simple system has been set up in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day, this system will give you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move forward. There is no stress or confusion. There is only steady progress toward peace and stability. Today is the day to take the first step toward making things better. If you feel ready, this could be the start of a big change in your life. The link is in the description and in the comments that have been pinned below. Now, stay with me because the mercy that is leading you forward also has a message for your spirit that it needs to hear. And kindness isn't always gentle. Kindness can slam the table, break the silence, and yell, "Wake up." This is that kind of kindness. Archangel Michael has always looked stern. It's more than just a message. That's the last line of your old chapter. And what comes next depends on whether you turn the page or not. Do you want me to keep up this divinely urgent firestorm style of combining paragraphs and lines that is full of hooks, dramatic tension, and spiritual release? Okay, you stayed. That is enough to make the spirit world shake. Michael is right next to you in spirit, sword drawn, getting rid of everything that doesn't belong to you. Harmful love, fear, shame, self-doubt, and curses passed down from generation to generation are all examples of this. It's all gone because you can't breathe the truth and your old self at the same time. You will shake when you read this part. Someone is planning to come after you and your name is already in their head. They have no idea why. In a spiritual way, God is changing minds, pushing hearts, and setting up connections so that the truth that's about to come out of you can fit. Tears will be shed. Dreams will come true. It will shake. Don't be afraid of it, though. Feel it. For the first time in years, your soul is getting in touch with the heaven it came from. That's the reason the bad guys have been fighting you so hard. Because this truth can't be hidden once it comes out. What they said about you doesn't affect you anymore. Don't have to stay the person they made you be. You're fire. You have been picked. You're light. You are also free. Michael is already in front of you, making room for you. God is revealing lies, making amends for betrayals, and awakening the warrior you forgot you had inside you. And now that it's been found, what comes next can't be stopped. They tried to hide the truth from you by making you feel bad, doubtful, and busy. They didn't know that heaven keeps receipts, though. You cried every time, but you didn't break. You were able to curse, but you chose to forgive. It kept track of every second you kept going, even though giving up felt easier. Now God is exchanging those tears for favor, justice, and praise. This is the hidden truth. You already did well on the test. Michael no longer wants you to work hard. You need to agree, give up, or say yes to what God is finally ready to let go of. Feel this line go through your chest. Performance is not needed for this next season. It needs your presence. It's already yours. So don't fight for it. The inheritance can now be used. The truth is now out there. Just walk like it's already over. The quiet voice of God has been calling your name to people you've never met and behind doors you've never walked through. You have been given blessings that are now being activated. That weird stress in your chest, that's not fear. That's work for the spirit. Something no one saw coming is about to be born from your soul. Your enemies are also lost. They did a great job. They made plans. They made fun of them. They stood in the way. They told lies. It didn't stop you, though, because your height isn't natural. It's a divine plan. Also, Michael just dropped this crazy thing. That time you thought was the worst of your life. You thought it was over that day. That breakdown that made you scream in silence on the floor. That wasn't the end for you. That was your crowning spiritual moment. Your womb broke. It looked like your aura broke. And what you said at that point was the version of yourself that heaven had been waiting for. So now God is saying, let's go. Let's go into the version of your life where you don't shrink to make others comfortable. Where you don't beg for the bare minimum while holding the bloodline of angels in your veins. Let's go into miracles, divine surprises, sudden favor. Let's go into clarity and confidence and connections that match your soul. But to do that, you must finally believe this truth. You were the key all along. Not them. Not the opportunity, not the apology. You never got you. You were born with fire in your mouth and light in your bones. And tonight, that truth is no longer hidden. Michael is roaring. Heaven is shaking. And your angels are clapping, crying, laughing because they've waited years for you to remember who you are. But now it's on you. Will you walk away from this message and scroll back into spiritual sleep? Or will you finally stand up and say, I received this because this isn't a coincidence? It's a crossroad. And if you choose the old version of you tonight, the one who stayed quiet, small, and invisible, you're telling God you're not ready. But if you choose faith, if you choose surrender, if you choose that bold yes whispered through trembling lips, then it's done. The contracts are sealed. The truth is yours and nothing can stop what's about to flood into your life. Archangel Michael has already stepped into your future. He's rearranging timelines, canceling delays, breaking every fake bond that tied itself to your glow. Because now you're walking in truth. You're glowing in truth. You're chosen in truth. And before midnight strikes, God says this. You are ready. You are worthy. And you are mine. Keep going. And now that you've received this truth, your energy is going to start messing with people. Not because you're trying to, but because truth is loud, even when you say nothing. People who used to control you with silence won't know how to act when you no longer flinch. People who were comfortable with your insecurity will get real uncomfortable when you start showing up like you finally believe in yourself and the ones who counted you out. Baby, they're going to have to watch from the sidelines as God pushes you into rooms you were once locked out of. This is the part that makes your enemies nervous because this elevation isn't revenge. It's prophecy. It was written. It was stamped. It was sealed with oil long before you ever knew who you were. And now you're walking into rooms as the fulfilled version of everything they tried to silence. Let them whisper. Let them wonder. You've got heaven's spotlight now. And when God reveals a truth this deep, He doesn't wait for permission from people who didn't believe in you. He moves in power with Michael at the front carrying your name like fire. And here's another hidden thing being revealed tonight. There's a destiny partner watching you. They've been spiritually stirred every time your name crosses their thoughts. Even if they don't fully understand why yet, they're not coming because of your looks or your timeline. They're being pulled by your calling because your energy has changed. Your spirit has matured. Your light has ripened. And now the right people can finally recognize you, not just see you. That's why the old connections had to crumble. They were built on a version of you that no longer exists. Michael made sure the ending hurt just enough for you to never go back. You've got heaven's spotlight now. God made sure the betrayal stung just enough to make you unavailable to that kind of love ever again. You're not just healing. You've been upgraded. And the people who are about to enter your life, they won't be confused about your value. They won't need convincing. They will see the truth instantly because their soul carries the same divine signature. This is spiritual alignment and it's coming fast. You'll know it by the way your body relaxes around them. You'll know it when you don't feel the need to shrink or impress. You'll know it when peace becomes louder than your fear. But let me drop this straight in your spirit. If you go back to what broke you, that truth will lock itself again. Because heaven doesn't reward disobedience. It honors discernment. And tonight you've been warned. This was the final knock. Michael is on his knees before God, saying, "Please let them see it before the clock strikes." You are standing at the doorway of your new name, your new circle, your new timeline. But it requires you to shut every door behind you that was connected to lies. You don't need closure. You need obedience. The truth has already been revealed. You just have to walk in it. And when you do, favor will chase you. Peace will cover you. Angels will move before you. And those who once questioned your value will see you in rooms they could never enter. You were never overlooked. You were just being hidden until it was safe for the truth to speak. Now it's screaming. Don't silence it again. Michael is standing in the spirit, holding out his hand. He's not offering protection anymore. He's offering promotion, but only the bold will grab it. Only the healed will walk through. Only the ready will rise. So ask yourself now, are you ready? Are you really? Because heaven just poured out everything you needed to know. The curtain is lifted. The veil is torn. The clock is ticking. And you're about to see what it feels like when God confirms your name in public. Let the world watch. Let your past panic because the hidden truth about you, it's about to become undeniable. This is your moment. This is your yes. And heaven will never be the same. You made it this far. And heaven is still holding its breath. Because this last part isn't just a message. It's the moment the old you dies and the anointed you takes their place. The angels are leaning in. Your ancestors are circling you in the spirit, whispering prayers they once begged God to fulfill through your bloodline. And now you're the answer. Let that sink in. You are the living prophecy. You are the continuation of prayers spoken in huts, in deserts, in prisons, in hospital rooms, and on cracked bedroom floors. You are not here to repeat the pattern. You're here to shatter it. And God didn't just reveal a truth tonight. He revealed a throne. One with your name carved in divine light. One that's been kept sealed until this exact moment. Until you finally woke up to the truth of who you really are. And the moment midnight strikes, the shift begins. Because this isn't about waiting anymore. This is about walking. Walking away from anything that confuses your spirit. Walking into the version of yourself that you've been dreaming of for years. Walking like the chains are already gone. Because baby, they are. Let me say it louder for the parts of you that are still healing. You're not broken. You're blooming. You're not lost. You're being launched. You're not running out of time. You were always ahead of schedule because of the battles you fought in silence. And now the spotlight that once felt like a curse is about to become your crown. Michael is handing it over in the spirit. He's been guarding it while you healed, while you struggled, while you questioned if it would ever come, but it's here and it fits you. The weight of it will feel strange at first. That's normal. You've been carrying pain so long. Joy will feel uncomfortable. Let it. You've been in survival so long. Peace will feel boring. Embrace it. You've been doubting so long. Confidence will feel loud. Keep speaking. God is restoring not just what was stolen, but what was hidden. Hidden in your DNA. Hidden in your smile. Hidden in the fire you almost let die when they walked away. But it didn't die. It flickered. And now it's about to ignite everything. They'll wonder how you're glowing like this. They'll ask what you did. They'll try to copy your moves, but won't get your favor because your favor wasn't a product of performance. It was a product of presence. You stayed when it hurt. You showed up when it didn't make sense. You prayed when your hands were shaking. You forgave when they didn't say sorry. And heaven saw it all. That's why God whispered to Michael now. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Not when they're more perfect. Now, this is the divine delivery. This is the soul reminder. This is the final moment before you wake up different. Don't go back to sleep. Don't let your mind talk your miracle out of motion. Let the truth settle into your skin. You are the one. You are the fire. You are the message your bloodline has been waiting to send into the world. And nothing, no lie, no hater, no delay, no fear can stop what has already been declared in heaven about you. Now go and now walk like someone who's already seen behind the veil. Move like the one who's been whispered to by heaven itself. Speak like a soul who carries sacred thunder in their throat and holy fire in their lungs. Because you're not ordinary anymore. Not that you ever were, but now you know. You know too much to pretend. You felt too much to play small. You've seen what silence births. You've tasted what surrender awakens. And once your soul has been branded by God's voice, nothing else satisfies. Nothing else compares. The world will still offer you distractions, illusions, counterfeits, but none of it will hold power anymore. Why? Because you've been marked. You've been through fire, and instead of being burned, you became a flame. There's no need to chase anyone now. No more begging people to understand you. No more shrinking to stay accepted. You don't belong to their approval. You belong to heaven's agenda. And heaven is in motion. Even now, as you breathe these words in, angels are shifting things behind the scenes. Contracts in the spirit are being written in your favor. Conversations you weren't invited to are turning toward your name. Places you thought you lost access to are quietly preparing a seat for you. And you won't need to knock this time. You'll walk in. Because when God's timing meets your obedience, access is automatic. And sometimes that obedience begins with one simple faithful step toward the peace, clarity, and stability you have been praying for. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated, just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the pinned comments below. Now, stay with me because what follows faithful obedience is more than favor. This isn't just favor. This is fulfillment. And you'll feel it in the way people look at you differently, in the way closed doors open without effort, in the way you speak. And it lands like prophecy. Because heaven doesn't just anoint your destiny, it announces it. You'll become a walking reminder that glory still lives, that miracles are still unfolding, that yes, God still chooses the overlooked, that yes, angels still war for the broken, and yes, your life is living proof. So, don't be surprised when the shift feels unfamiliar. Don't be alarmed when people don't recognize you anymore. That's because they weren't meant to follow this version of you. They were assigned to your wilderness, not your rising. And now that you're rising, let the old energies fall away. Let the masks melt. Let the false attachments dissolve. What God has for you doesn't require performance. It just requires presence. Your full open yielded presence. That's all. Just show up soul first and heaven will do the rest. The doors, the provision, the restoration, the acceleration. It's already set. The path is clear. The angelic guard is assigned. And your name is still glowing in the margins of heaven's next scroll. So lift your head, adjust your crown, wipe the tears that nobody saw, and take the next breath like you were made for this because you were. You were made for this moment, for this mantle, for this miracle. You were made to walk the prophecy out in full. Not halfway, not hidden, not halfway healed, fully whole, fully ready, fully chosen. This is where your story roars, and it won't be written in whispers anymore. It'll be carved in thunder fire. Stay ready. Heaven isn't finished yet. Now go walk like Michael just handed you the key to your throne. Speak like angels are writing down every word. Love like you've never been broken. Move like God is guiding every step because He is. The hidden truth has been revealed. Your name is still glowing. The clock hasn't struck yet, but it's close. So take this moment and run with it. And when miracles show up faster than you imagined, when the ones who once rejected you start watching from the sidelines, when your phone rings with opportunities you didn't chase, smile. Not because you're lucky, but because you finally believed in what God always knew. You are chosen. And now the world is about to know it, too. And when they see you rise, they'll swear it came out of nowhere. But heaven knows better. You didn't just stumble into this glow. You bled for it. You cried for it. You sacrificed versions of yourself that begged to stay just to become someone your future would thank. And now that you've stepped into the light of this truth, there's no version of darkness that can swallow you again. The ones who doubted you will have to watch your name dance in places they tried to erase you from. Because when God reveals you, He doesn't do it quietly. Heaven announces, deep earth responds, and the spiritual realm trembles. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.